All right then. All right then. I was going to do a video on the Monahan report, and I decided not to say anything about it. I'm gonna leave the Monahan report thing. Let me see what's going. Anyway, let me check the chat room. What's going on, Kelly Ray? Um, yeah, okay. Anyway, this has been. I'm not going to talk. I was going to talk about the Monahan report and how that talking point that the Monahan report shouldn't be talked about anymore because the social dynamics has changed. Therefore, it's is an archaic is an archaic talking point and it should not be used no more. However, um, this was published today, um, on November the 30th, 2021, on blackenterprise.com. But I also heard about this a little bit about this yesterday, right? And let me put the banner down real quick and see if anybody hear me. Yeah, y'all see voice waves. Yeah, that's me. Okay. But anyway, back to the topic. The icons on this. Okay. Oh, she said icons on this sucks. Okay. Anyway, I see some people are talk about this story, and this is on blackenterprise.com. Uh, and let me do this real quick. You know what? No, 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 no. I rather not. I rather read it rather than show it because knowing how some of these websites they like to tell you what city you in. Um, let me see. Why are you doing that? Okay, I don't know why I decided to do that on me. But here's the article by blackenterprise.com. Author Alice Sebold apologized to the man exonerated in the 1981 rape that was the basis of her memoir, Lucky. Um, Author, and let me say it like this: before we get to the before I continue on with this, let me be like this. I'm gonna be as careful with the R word. So I'm gonna try my best um to edit myself, knowing how the algorithm is and knowing the nature of this. in the sensitivity of this. So allow me to sit here and put it. And you know what? I'll put the link. You put the link of this in the chat. Let me put the link of this in the chat room. So anyway, the link's in the chat room. But here, let me say it like this. Hold on. Author Alice Seold apologized Tuesday to the man who was exonerated last week in the 1981 rape that was the basis of her memoir, Lucky. Anthony Broadwater was convicted in 1982 for the rape of Seold when she was attending Syracuse University, and served 16 years before his conviction was overturned earlier this month after prosecutors re-examined the case and found significant flaws in Broadwater's arrest and trial. In the statement posted on Medium, Seold said as a traumatized 18-year-old rape victim, she put her faith in the legal system, and her goal wasn't to ruin a young, innocent man's life. My goal in 1982 was justice, not to perpetrate injustice, and certainly not to forever and irreparably alter a young man's life by the very crime that altered mine, Seold said. I'm grateful that Mr. Broadwater has finally been vindicated, but remains that 40 years ago, he became another young black man brutalized by our flawed legal system. I will forever be sorry for what was done to him. Seold's book, Lucky, told the story of her rape, or of her assault, and supposedly spotting a man months ago later on the street. According to the Associated Press, Seold went to the police, and an officer told her the man must have been Broadwater, who had been seen in the area a few times. Seold couldn't identify Broadwater in a police lineup and picked a different man. However, Broadwater was put on trial anyway, where Seold identified him on the witness stand and testimony that fibroscopic hair analysis tied him to the crime. The microscopic hair testing has been called junk science by the Department of Justice. The Guardian report Netflix. Netflix has canceled the movie based on Seold's book and her sexual assault. Broadwater, who remained in New York's sex offender registry after his release in 1998, has been since worked as a trash collector and a handyman. Did not comment on Seold's comment. Now, that's all that is there. But I just want to know something about this. I just want to know some is it me, or is there something more to this than what's being stated? Because that's too much. Was she the one? Was the police? Did the police told or forced her to say, or was that she just said, "Oh, a black man did it," and they just went on and just grab a person? There there needs to be investigation on this, because it sounds like the what's that one in What's that other infamous sexual assault case? The Central Park 5 case. Yeah, the Central Park 5. It's kind of sound like the Central Park 5 setup where where five guys who were not white sexually assaulted a woman, a white woman rather, in Central Park. But later found out though that at least what four out the five guys, or I don't know, I don't know, it was either five of the guys, all the guys, or was it four out of the five that was declared innocent because they wasn't there. So I wondered if this the same setup of NYPD or Syracuse, but was going to Syracuse. I wondered if this is the same type of a case where it's the police that was doing the most uh aggressive against a black man, or was it she was the one who falsified who it was, or was it the DA office that with their aggressive uh, 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 prosecution just trying to win a case rather than trying to establish justice? um I don't know how to go about on this, but I expect, from what I gathered so far, because I don't be as objective right now. Everybody else is already passing judgment on this woman, right? So I don't know, but I'll say this: whoever is the DA or the prosecutor doing this, they should be investigated for this. And whoever was the police, they definitely should be the one called the task on this. Because, and I'm gonna say something too. Why is the victim the real victim? And when I said victim, I'm talking about the guy who served all these years, Mr. Anthony Broadwater, him serving 16 years. Why is he still on the New York's sex offender list? Well, if you're exonerated, or you've been exonerated, why are you still on? Right, right, right. For Yeah, like Jersey Hammer said, just from what I read, it looks like aggressive prosecution and cops wanted to close their case. That's what it looked like. Now, I'm being objective here. Unlike most people in this sector, YouTube, like some of your race baiters, they want to make sure she get punished. She should serve those 16 years. But we don't know if she lied or not. We don't know. It doesn't, nowhere in the story so far it says whether she lied or not. So I don't know. But that's something to be talked about. Um, I wish some of these, but anyway, I'm not going to bring anything else on this. But it's a very tragic reality. But my thing is this: why did it took her within the last 5 years to say something about it? Because because it says Netflix is doing a biography on her, doing a movie based on her biography, right? Well, why did it took so long for this all coming out? And that's also damning. And I would like to know what is Mr. Broadwater's opinion on this. And I'll say this right now. If she listen, if this movie, let's say if Netflix put this movie back on its docket, right? Since they canceled the movie, I think I'm gonna say right now, I think 50% of the earnings should go to him. I think 50% of the earnings should go to him. Because that is 16 years of life that was taken away from him. The best years of his life was taken away from him. 16 years from 1982 to what? 1990, 95 at least? To 1998? From 1982 to 1998, because based on the article, he was exonerated in 1998. So all these years, it was taken away from him. I think though he should have all of, you know, at least 50% of the earnings. That's the way I see it. Now, as for her, I don't know. I mean, I think though they need to do more. Um, they investigate more. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say what Phil the Advice Show said or Roland Martin says. I want to sit here and I'm gonna be as objective as possible until we get the real truth out here. We need to know, what is this the fault of the police, or is this the fault of the district attorney's office? Can you read the full court breakdown of what? Hold on. Based on the article, Pure Butterfly asks, can you read the full court breakdown of what she? Okay, Wacky. What makes her should be in prison? Because we don't know if she lied or not. That's the point. We don't know though if she lied, because based on the test, based on hold on. Let me go back to the article. Let me go back to the article about the part of the trial part, or should say when she got okay. Um, According to her book, she told the story of her sexual assault and supposedly spotting a man several months later on the street. According to the Associated Press, and you know what, I might have to put some more links down here. Seabolts went to the police, and the officer told her the man must have been Broadwater, who have been seen in the area a few times. Seabolt couldn't identify Broadwater in a police lineup and picked a different man. However, Broadwater was put on trial anyway. Where Seabolt identified him on the witness stand and test. Yes. Wait a minute. You know what? Why sit there and say, wait a minute? She couldn't identify the dude on a police lineup and picked a different person, but then when she got on trial, she identified him on the witness stand. You know, you know what? I need to look at the look at that case. I need to look at that case though. I need to look at that case and see what really was. You see how the context. Right, right, Jersey. From the article, she didn't finger the guy in the lineup, but then identify her at trial. So the prosecutor could definitely be hit with supporting perjury. Yeah. Hold on. Wacky World said, didn't the officer? You know what? You know what? Better yet. I'm gonna drop the link because I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna drop the link here. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. So if y'all want to spout, so we can. See. Why is my Wi-Fi messing up? Okay, it's working. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link down here because Wacky World. I want to hear Wacky World's opinion because Wacky World's from New York. Didn't the officer convince her that Broadwater was, I don't know why I'm saying Bridgewater for, Broadwater was the suspect, although she initially misidentified him. She allowed the officer to convince her to identify an innocent man. She should be in jail. Okay, well, I'll wait for if Wacky want to come up, if Pure want to come up and expound on this. I'll wait. I'll wait for him because I see people are talking about this more, and that's all what these articles are saying. They never go into the detail. The articles never go into detail. Okay, I see Pure Butterfly. I see Wacky. And let me take this thing down. Okay. All right, then. I'm here. What's going on?
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Okay. Wacky. What? Say, because you were trying to say something in the chat room. Wacky. Hello.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, me either. I can't hear him either. If he come back up, I'll put him back on.
I was gonna wait because if Wacky has information, I'd like to hear what his information is first.
Right.
My thing is was she okay? So she was raped. She had a rape kit and everything. She legit was raped, but she had mistaken identity on this guy.
That's apparently what I read. I mean,
okay.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, all right, my bad. My mic was muted on my side, on my end.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. What's going on, everybody?
All right.
Based on what I've read about the situation, I'm reading from CNN.com, an article from CNN.com, which stated that initially, when Alice Seold went to identify the suspect, she identified somebody else. But then an officer convinced her to change her story and identify Broadwater. So what I'm saying is that when she went to court, she identified him. So what I'm saying is that based upon that, she basically changed her story in which she identified a totally different individual. So she lied.
Well,
so
my
she should be in jail for that.
My thing is this: if he gave her, if the detective gave her evidence and was telling her, well, it's not the other guy you identified, but we have evidence that it's this guy. A rape victim. This is the thing about rape victims. A lot of times they, especially if they're raped in a dark area where they can't see, all they can do is go by certain senses like smell or whatever the case may be, right? So she might not have known or could actually even identify the rapist at all. Okay.
But the thing is, this is the problem, Pure. The problem is that initially, when she went to identify the guy, she identified somebody else. So therefore, she was sure.
You didn't let me finish.
Time, it was not Broadwater. But go ahead.
Okay, you didn't let me finish. So her doing mistaken identity, it's very possible that she actually doesn't know who the rapist is. Like, she doesn't have anything that's identifying, like a tattoo or whatever, that she can really, really identify the rapist. However, if the detective put it in her mind that he has this evidence, or even she, if it's a woman, she or he, the detective, put it in her mind that, okay, well, this is what we know about this person, and this is some of the evidence we feel that it's him, that they basically would have put that in her mind that it would be him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So should she go to prison for that? No.
Hell
But
yeah,
she
she's go.
did.
That's bullshit.
Listen,
Man, that's
no,
bullshit.
no,
But go
listen.
ahead, finish.
Okay. So is it unfortunate that she doesn't know who her rapist is? Yes, because she really can't get justice. However, those detectives know that he wasn't the one that did it. They're
So,
the ones that should be held accountable.
okay, so based on what you said, hold on
Yes.
for a minute. Because pure based on what you say, you're trying to make it seem as if I'm only holding Seabold accountable. I'm not only holding her accountable. Yeah, of course, the police and the prosecution should be accountable also. They all should be accountable. I'm
Yeah,
not I'm not picking one over the other, but Seabold should also be accountable because let's say that I'll take what you said. If Seabold was not sure about the identity of the person that raped her, right?
said that to
Then
the
she
judge.
is responsible for openly stating that, saying, listen, I'm not sure. I don't know the identity of that person. So whatever the cop tell her, well, we have evidence to prove that that's him. It's up to the cops. It's up to the cops to testify. It's up to the cops to report that, testified in the court of law.
But what did she say to the judge? What did she say through the court hearing?
That's why though I'm gonna be as objective as possible with this, because see here's the thing though.
But she did. Hold on. I'm sorry, Big J. In court, she did identify Broadwater in court.
Right,
Initially, she did not identify Broadwater. So I'm just saying that's a lie.
I understand that, Wacky. I understand, but Wacky, I understand that completely. But I need to know what was said in that courtroom, in what context it was said, what was said on the police report, because that is one thing though I don't see the police report. I don't see the what was state, like the court, the court proceedings, and what was, the stenographer wrote down in the court case. I need to see that, because at some point, because let's say the woman gets assaulted in the dark, right?
Yeah.
And she only says, oh, he's 5'7", such pounds, and she's not seeing the face. It's never saying. I have not read her book, have not watched her movie.
Yeah.
I have not, read what hear her saying it. She never said anything what time of day it was, or when did this happen, or where.
Yeah.
Because if she can't see the face, or recognize the voice, or smell, or whatever, or whatever,
even if she the face though,
if all she knows was a figure, and she knows it was a black person, assaulting her, that's all thing she's gonna know.
Okay, but this I'm agreeing with both of you. I'm agreeing with both of you. So rape victims, a lot of times, because of the assault and the trauma of it, can't really identify the person. So if a cop is doing, or a detective is doing the right job, they're not going to put things in her head. You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's tainting the evidence. They're not supposed to do that. That's one. Two, I mean, a lot of times rape victims cannot identify the person. That's two. And I don't know this woman's story. I don't know how the court hearings went out, but I will say this. I would say that if this man has been with actual physical evidence after the fact, proving he was not the rapist, he needs to be compensated by the state, because the state put him in prison for how many years, Big J?
About 16, but 16 years, and he's still registered as a sex offender. So 1998 to
Sex offender,
2021.
and they
So
need to take that away from him. If he has never been convicted prior to her, and the reason why he has a sex offender label is because of her, they need to take that shit off his record.
right.
And he needs to be compensated.
Hold on. The rape occurred in 1981, right? I thought he went to prison in 1982.
Yeah, the trial was in 1982.
Yeah, the trial was in 1982.
Yeah, the trial was in
but
1982.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when did he actually go to prison? He went to prison in the 80s, right?
Yeah, sometime in 1982 he went to
Yeah, in
prison.
1982, and he served 16 years, and now he's exonerated. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Even if it
at the
took
same,
a year to put him in jail, most likely he didn't get bonded out within the time of his being accused. He probably stayed in jail for that whole year waiting. So that's actually 17 years.
No, true. I mean, you probably you're probably right.
well,
17 years.
but that okay, but that's okay, but that's not. He was held in custody, but held in custody awaiting trial is not considered prison time unless if you're serving fed time, and the feds, after you get prosecuted, agree that the time you was
The time
put on
served.
hold is time served. But in
the judge would count as time served.
yeah, but in the state of New York, prison time and being in custody awaiting trial is considered two different things.
I feel that if you're in custody for a year in a jail cell, that's like being in prison. That's
but
a year prior
once
to
again, that okay, Pio, you said that's like being in prison, but I'm telling you, in the state of New York, they don't count that as prison time.
It doesn't consider as prison time.
It's not considered as prison. That's what I'm saying. It's not viewed upon as prison time because it's viewed upon being it's being viewed upon as being held in custody awaiting trial. That's not prison time. Yeah, in the state of New York.
Well, I don't think she needs to go to prison because she did a mistaken identity. And this is the thing. We don't know what
really?
We don't know what the detective
Come on, man. So she don't need to suffer any consequences for putting an innocent man in prison. Okay.
Okay, listen. She put them in prison, or did the detectives put him in prison?
Both her and the detectives.
Okay, I need to hear what actually took place in the court case, because what you're telling me is not what actually took. Like, you're trying to tell me she purposely knew he was not the rapist, and because she purposely knew it, he was convicted. That's not true.
But okay, but she knew that he was not. She knew that. Okay, you putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying is that she never knew. She never knew who the victim was. She never knew who the rapist was. So therefore, she never knew who the rapist was. She has a responsibility to admit that and not go into court and point out the person as if she knew the person did it.
Well, I mean, I want to know what the
okay. So that's what I'm saying. So based on that, based on that, alongside with the prosecutors and the investigators and what have you,
well,
she committed a crime. She committed a crime.
I believe that those prosecutors and detectives told her something to make her believe he was the one. Because
and on the flip side, she has a responsibility to not fall for that. She has a responsibility to not let anyone insert any ideas inside of your head, especially the fact that she knew when she was raped that she did not know initially who the person was that raped her. She did not know that. So I don't care what, she has a responsibility to tell the truth. To sit there and say that she doesn't deserve to suffer. And hold on, Pure. To sit there and say that she doesn't deserve to suffer any consequences when she was one reason why this man served 16 years in prison for a crime that he did not commit. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Yes, the prosecutors or the investigators deserve prison time also. I'm saying both of them deserve prison time.
But here's why though I'm not gonna go there yet though, Wacky. Here's why I'm not. I would go there if it blatantly says if it was like the Emmett Till thing where you know the woman that accused Emmett Till doing that, and she come down and say yeah I lied. I can understand something like that, but when it comes to somebody or like the Central Park Five, you know, I could somewhat agree with you. But here's the thing: if somebody was um assaulted like that, right? And then there's trauma being done. We don't know what mind frame that person was in who was the victim. Because the victim mindset is going to be is going to be different. You know the fight or flight, the
Yes.
fight or flight mentality is going to be is in that person is being in the victim's head.
Big J,
So
big,
no, hold on. If you know about the psychology of sexual assault victims, um, sometimes though, sometimes though, there are memory lapses.
Big J, she still has the responsibility to not put an innocent person in prison. So I get it. Yes, victims of rape or victims of any crime have been traumatized. Listen, I've been a victim of getting my ass beat by 12 people. That was traumatizing. But you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Well, I handled it the street way. But let's just say if I handled this shit the legal way and went to the cops, I have a responsibility to properly identify the people who actually assaulted me.
Okay.
I'm still responsible. I should not misidentify somebody else and utilize me going through trauma as an excuse to identify the wrong person and potentially ruin another person's life. Nah, that's bullshit.
Let me just read this. So Neon Ice says trauma has a profound effect on memory, any sort of trauma, and that's a fact. So I agree with Wacky. She has an obligation to tell the judge that she really, because of the trauma and what she experienced, she can tell what she experienced. She can speak to the jurors and say, this is my experience. But when it comes down to actually identifying this man, knowing she cannot identify him, it would be very difficult for her to say, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, this is the man that raped me, when she can't do that. I don't know what the court transcripts say, but she has an obligation to tell the judge that she actually doesn't know.
You know what? I think though. I think you know what? I need the transcripts now. I need what was written down and what was the context. I need to know. I should have did this before I did this video, but I didn't. I just saw this. I was reading it for ever since this morning.
Yeah.
And I said, hold on. And I see Roland Martin talking about it. I see a couple people talking about it. I see Netflix actually say what?
Had he ever been accused of sexual assault prior to this woman?
It doesn't say that. It doesn't even say that. It looks like though he never have been.
So he was never convicted prior to this.
Right. Far as I know.
As far as I know, no.
As far as I know, no.
Ever been accused or convicted of sexual assault before her, then to be still labeled as a sex offender is something that needs to be taken off his record for sure, because they're already saying that he did not rape her. And if he did not rape her, and that is the reason why he has a sexual assault title on his record, a sexual assault offender, it needs to come off. Plus, he really does need to be compensated. You spent 16 years serving prison time for something you didn't do. That's 16 years of financial gain you've lost. That's 16 years of freedom you lost. That's 16 years of a whole lot of things that can harm somebody's psyche. And this man needs to be compensated. And these as a detective, you have an obligation and a duty to make sure that when you convict somebody, it is 100% the truth and not fabricated.
I agree. I agree. Those officers, they who was involved. I'm sorry, Big J. Those officers who was involved, they definitely deserve to be in prison. And if they're still working as officers, maybe they retired because this happened in the 80s. But just hypothetically speaking, if these officers are still in the police force, they deserve to be fired and they deserve to be in prison.
Neon said, is she competent enough to even give testimony? And that's what I want to see. That's why I thought I want the the transcripts. I really want to know, was she confident? Was she competent? I want to know what else was said as she was on the witness stand.
That's a very good question, by the way. That's a very good question. You know,
yeah. What else was said on the witness stand? Because we don't the articles that you read on CNN, that I read on Black Enterprise, and what Roland Martin was saying, it only talks about the snippets. It ain't talking about the other, the other issues or other statements she was saying while she was on the witness stand. And what was said in her book. Because like she wrote her book about what happened. In the book, it says, no, this dude did not do this assault on me. She wrote it in her book.
Where was she when she was assaulted?
Huh?
Where was she when she was
you know what? It didn't even say it. It doesn't even say the details of where it says Syracuse University student. So I'm assuming it doesn't say it in the article. I'm assuming it says Syracuse, but
Syracuse,
it doesn't
upstate New York, yeah,
or
upstate Western New York.
Yeah. I know. It's Syracuse right by Albany, isn't it? Or is it a little bit?
Nah, it's by Rochester and Buffalo.
Albany okay. It's way up north.
Albany is actually closer to Albany is closer to New York City than it is to
it's right by the Canadian border. What you saying?
Close, yeah, close to the Canadian border. Yes.
Okay.
Close to the Niagara Falls area. All that Niagara Falls, Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse,
like northwest New York.
Western New York is actually considered Western New York.
Oh, Western New York. Okay,
yeah. Western New York State.
All right.
I mean, you should get me on that here, but this is the thing. I don't know.
Like your voice is kind of low, Pierre.
Can you hear me?
Faintly, yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Go ahead and speak though. We can hear you a little bit. Go ahead.
Oh, why you hear me? I don't understand that.
You good now? You're good now.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear you good now.
So I want to know the circumstances, but if she really absolutely could not identify him, like there are different things she can identify somebody. She has she needs to tell, like if it was a smell, something about the smell of the man, something about a tattoo or whatever, like scars or who knows. I don't know what she could identify because it doesn't, nothing is told what she identified him as being, but clearly she identified the wrong man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, basically, yes, she identified the wrong man. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we know now.
And I'm kind of fearful of no. You know what? Go ahead, Pierre. One of y'all was going to say something. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I shouldn't cut in.
No, go ahead, Big J.
I'm kind of fearful of if this might create another type of emotional. No, I hate to use this term. Laws that are created based upon emotions, where the victim or the would-be victim will be punished for over a mistake.
No, we can't.
I'm kind of, I mean, we don't, because I would like to see. I really want to see the transcript.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see the transcript because I want to read. I want to read what I want to know what the entire statement says, and I want to know when this happened, Where did it happen?
My thing
What,
is
what
my
the
thing
I'm,
is
I'm
this.
attempting to look for the transcript, but I think that what's needed is to actually probably order the transcripts from Erie County courts. I think that's the county where Syracuse, New York is located. I think Erie County courts, I think is maybe that has to be done, because remember, this took place in the early 1980s, which is almost 40 years ago. So it's like, I don't know nor think that anyone actually use the scanner and put the, because at that time court documents was, as of course, written by via typewriter. So in order for it to be online, someone would have to actually utilize a scanner and scan it and put it in the PDF form and then put it online for the public to see.
In her
I
book,
don't know
does
if
she
anyone
say
has done that yet.
in her book does she say that he was wrongly convicted, or it was that
Yeah.
ever brought up?
Well, she apologized.
Yeah, she actually apologized.
Oh, okay. Well, I
in her
mean,
book.
maybe what she can do, is give him half of the book proceeds. That's what she can do.
Yeah. And Netflix already made the movie, but they took it off. They was going to release that movie based upon her memoir. They actually canceled it.
Okay.
So
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead,
Oh
Wacky.
no,
Go ahead.
I'm reading what Jersey Hammer said. He corrected me. He said Syracuse is located in Onondaga County. Okay. Onondaga
Onondaga.
County. All right,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, if she got a Netflix deal and a book deal, and she put out a book and she's getting proceeds from it, I mean, in good faith conscience, she actually should give him half of the proceeds that she makes, because he was affected. His whole life was affected.
The best years of his life, was taken away from him.
Even if it was the worst years of his life was taken. He
I
wasn't.
know.
It was a
When I mean the best year, I'm talking about his youth is taken away from him. With what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. You know what? We need to dig up the transcript and actually read it,
Yeah.
because I don't like how these articles is being put out, because we need to know the entire, the
What
context.
was the reason for Netflix pulling it though?
Well,
What happened that made them want to pull it?
because though of her apology.
Okay, well, why is that a bad thing to do if a man is
No,
innocent?
because though wait, like she went somewhere and she gave she was going to do when she was, how, like, how when you do a movie and you have to do like a press junket for a movie to the press, telling, oh, my movie's coming out. When she sit there and apologize, that's when Netflix, it appears that's what Netflix did when they seen the apology, and then it went back to her book, and her books basically said, though, she was, that he wasn't, apparently. I haven't read the book, but apparently I guess they saw the book too, or read the book after the movie was made,
Mm-hmm.
and did that. Hold on, wait a minute. He is this Wacky? You found it?
I didn't find it, but this link that I put
Uh-huh.
is the Onondaga County courthouse where you could search for court records.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really?
maybe, but you could sign as a guest. What it's saying is that you could sign as a guest. So maybe anyone could have some luck, find the court documents there.
This would actually be
But what I'm
a great live
reading,
stream.
yeah, it is. But what I'm reading is that if anybody want to keep a copy, they would have to pay. They would have to pay some money, which is not surprising. But okay,
And
so
what I'm saying is to read the transcript as a live stream would be a good live stream.
right,
Yeah. But I don't. Yeah, I might have to, or we have to. We're gonna have to do that, because because going up in that website and try to find it's gonna take a minute to find it, and then read it before we take it on broadcast on air, for because we need some sanitization, because we had to sanitize the language a little bit, because
Okay.
because of how Google is with the R word,
I mean, you don't
so
have to get you don't have to go into details completely about what happened to her because that's her privacy too. But what I'm saying is that what am I saying? You can look up the court case number, because I'm pretty sure there's a court case docket for her name and
right,
his name.
right. And I just want to know, Wacky, was there such thing as rape kits in the 80s?
Yeah.
Rape kits?
Yeah, in New
I have
York.
no I have no idea. I was born in the 80s.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I was born in the 80s too.
There were
So
rape kits. What was DNA profiling really big back then? No, but there were rape kits.
yeah. I do know DNA was not the DNA never came around to like 92 when they
Yeah.
actually was doing it. That was primarily what everybody else was doing. It kind of caught
Well,
up.
she definitely, knowing that he is an innocent man, she definitely owes him a lot of proceeds that she makes for anything that is surrounding this case.
Mm-hmm.
She owes him.
Yeah, and I think what Netflix should do is put the movie, release the movie, and let half
Mhm.
of it go to him.
Well, maybe they're not releasing it because did they know he was innocent when they made the video, the movie?
I don't know. And
Because if
that's
they didn't know, if they didn't know and then realize now that he was an innocent man, of course they're not going to release it because they can be liable if
true.
they're, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Hold on.
I found it. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. But it's only okay. The website is only letting me view it, but they're not letting me view the transcript. But they're showing me that the transcript is available. They're
Yeah.
not. But to actually view this transcript, I think you're gonna have to pay for it.
How much is it?
I have no idea. I have no idea because I'm trying to click on it to view the actual transcripts, and it's not letting me do that. Yeah, I see it right here. Anthony J. Broadwater. And yeah, I see it. Let me see something. Yeah, but it was modified on damn. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so I could give you like the index number or the docket number.
Okay, put in the what you gonna send it to me? You gonna send me a private chat or
Okay, I'll put in the private chat. First,
okay.
I'll
I mean,
put
for
in the actual.
everybody that wants to hear this court case, if Big J does it, we could all chip in for the,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. This is okay. This is the link of the search results that I found. I'll put in the private chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll look at it when I end this after I'm done with this. But Jersey Hammer said, according to Google, rape kits were a pilot program in Chicago, 1978. So
Mhm.
if it is a pilot program in the late 70s, therefore I'm going to assume New York, like where you at New York City or even Syracuse. I'm assuming they got it later than if it's a pilot program in the late 70s.
I think there were some forms of rape kits before that time in the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken.
Um.
Not DNA rape kits, but I'm talking about some form of a rape kit when it tells blood typing.
Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Jersey Herring put out. He said, "Look, rape kits were adopted in NYC in 1982, so the availability universally like that may not have been available in upstate New York." You know what? That's probably might be possible then. If like New York City gonna get first The first dibs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Usually they're gonna get the first dibs because of the budget. Is a big city. Well, it's the number one city in America, the biggest city in America. So yeah, you might be right. You might be right because I might be right because like the other cities might get it second.
I'm
You know,
I'm almost pretty sure that before there was a DNA rape kit, they had other rape kits that would basically profile blood types. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm not if I'm not mistaken, that happened like in the 50s.
um, yeah, I'm going to have to.
See,
I
see
need to
that
research
that
it.
is see that's foreign territory for me because I would not be able to tell you the history of rape kits. I have no idea about.
No,
I'm
but
gonna research it after we get off of here.
with a rape kit. Okay, a modern day rape kit. I'm gonna tell you what it implies. Um, how I'm gonna say this in delicate fashion. They would have to. There's a thing called a clock, right? And I don't want to sound creep like a creep, but here it goes. There's a thing called a clock, right? If there have to be tear around the birth canal, and they also have to in you know what I don't want to go into that, but there have to be some type of bruising and tear around the vagina, and also with inside of it. Um,
What if he has a little penis?
no, if I'm trying to be delicate with this conversation here, because I ain't gonna tell you what
I
I
mean,
do.
do every man that rapes a woman cause bruising and tearing? I don't think so.
No, not. I mean, but like in the case like this, well, in the case like what happened between Alice Seacolt and this Anthony Broadwater. If that's somebody just sticking in the bushes and grabbing a woman, there is a thing called then that would result in the lacerations on the body, right? Um,
Bruises on the arms and stuff. Yeah, I can see
No,
that.
no, no,
But
not on the arm. I'm talking about inside the cervix, inside the inside the woman. If it's forced in. Now, if it's something that's different than a rape, than date rape or I don't
well,
want to go into that. I don't. I really want to touch. I don't really want to go in
you do
detail about
realize that some women that get raped, they climax. So sometimes they don't, and
that.
it's not because they're
I
it's not because
understand
they're
that.
turned
I
on. It's
understand
just,
that.
yeah.
But I understand that part. I understand, but I'm talking about the initial um um I'm not really comfortable saying it.
I don't think every woman that's been raped. What about a woman that's been drugged and is
No, no,
unaware?
I'm trying to put it in a way that it'll be so people will be understandable. Yeah. I see why. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wacky, if I'm being going. I'm sorry, Wacky, if I'm going to place. I ain't trying to go there with this one, but um, yeah. Good night, Wacky. Man. Yeah. But I don't blame Wacky for leaving. Because it's something. It's very delicate. It's very delicate here. Let me see how I'm gonna put it. You know what? You know what though? I'm gonna leave it there, Pierre. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna go in because I know what they're saying about what a clock, what the quote unquote the clock is. Um, and the lacerations part. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I think you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me just move on from some to something else, to another topic. I mean, to another part of the case, though. But having said that, say what? Oh, okay. Wacky said, that is the reason why I left the panel, Big J. I left the panel because I have to go to sleep. Oh, okay. Once again, good night. Oh, hey. I assume that it kind of, you know, you know. Yeah, I understand Wacky. I understand Wacky. It's kind of late because yeah. It's 12 o'clock where you at right now anyway. So um so your voice is low again here. Okay,
My
now I
voice
hear you.
is low.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
weird.
I hear you good now. I hear you good now. What's going
I
on?
don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah.
So I think that if she knows that he was an innocent man, she needs to at least give half of her earnings from her book deal to him. And if she does a Netflix video, movie, whatever, and it comes out, he needs to get money off of that as well.
Mm-hmm. 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 Or and if they're gonna do this movie, right? If they're going to release the movie about her memoir, then I think what they need to do is put a tagline at the beginning of the movie or at the end of the movie,
Or no,
or at least
beginning and end.
yeah, at the beginning and end, or even
That
edit
he's an
in the
innocent
scene.
man.
Yeah, or at least if it's not explored in the movie, at least edit or put a scene in the movie saying showing the guy not doing the act to her
Yeah.
to establish a narrative, establish the correct narrative that he did not do.
I mean, they can go through the whole movie because she obviously was raped, but by him, no. So what they can do is put a subtitle under the video constantly playing that says this man that was accused was found to be innocent throughout the whole movie. That's what they can do.
All right, what's going on, Mother Earth? Jersey Ham said that movie can't be released now if they use his name in any way. You're right, Jersey. You're right. So I'm gonna think what they're gonna try to do, since though the movie industry is unionized, they're gonna have to release that movie so everybody
I mean, they
can
could
get
use
paid.
they could use it if they ask the man, to, release it or allow it. And then if they do it in good faith and, and say, listen, this man was falsely accused, he is not the rapist, throughout the movie, and talk to him about doing it, they could still do it.
Or what they could do is that they edit out the name out. And
Oh, yeah, that's true.
or edit his name being mentioned in the
Yeah,
movie.
they could do that too.
Yeah, like redub. They can go back and redub that portion of the movie that is concerning about the innocent man.
Yeah.
So people won't, so his name will be cleared and all that in speaking. So anyway, but like what Wacky said, I'm gonna try to see about that
I
transcript.
personally don't think she should go to prison. Did she have an obligation to tell the judge that she wasn't for sure who did it? Yeah, she had an obligation, but if the detectives were telling her this is him, this is what it is, this is our evidence, they
Look, I
basically
mean,
tainted,
it,
yeah, her recollection.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like people don't seem to understand that prosecutors and prosecutors like to badger witnesses too. They like to badger people in forcing them, saying, "Oh, this is the guy you need to say is him," because like that if they're doing that, therefore though, they're forcing the citizen of of
Yeah, but a
you know
a good detective is not going to tell them what their evidence is and what they think took place. A good evidence of a good detective is not going to tell the victim what they think it is. That's why I need to know what was said in the transcripts, because if they were telling this victim that this is the guy and we have the evidence and this is the evidence we have, they're not supposed to do that.
Right. Because I need to know who and what was the context, when did this, because it never tells you. Now it might say it in the book, it might say it in the movie, but the book she wrote, the memoir, right? Yeah. See, and Jersey Hammer said there is nuance again. If the question is asked, can you identify the person that did this to you? They answer yes, but when they can't, that will be perjury. Yeah,
we don't know if she perjured herself at all because we don't have the transcripts. Nobody knows what was said.
Yeah, we only going by the article, and this is one thing I hate about American media. They do little snippets, but they don't tell you. Oh, they don't give you into detailed form of what was said in the book, what was the context. Like the article I read and the article Wacky put up on about CNN. It doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
Where does it occur at? That was one thing though. It never said it said in the articles. It never said where the alleged sexual assault happened.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say though was she, and then and on the top of that, it doesn't say though if she was sexually assaulted.
Hold
on. Wacky. Jersey said if this is not why. This is not why I said. Hope I put it in. Oh, okay. Hold on. This is why I said about nuance and used the word if. I'm not saying she did or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Or not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't. I'm going to have to copy and paste that docket form. Let me see. Where's that private chat at? Yeah, I'm gonna go in that private chat, and I'm gonna look that. Hold on, let me save that on a file somewhere.
Yeah,
because like that, because I think though he at least whether we think that she is guilty of it or not, I think though he should get some money off of this.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, if she already admitted that he is not the rapist, then she should give him half of her book proceeds at least.
Let me copy this
that's the
down.
least she can do.
Yeah. Let me see. Copy link. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna say this to a link. Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Big J, did you see the videos I sent you of the homeless women? I mean, it's not just women with children; it's men too.
I did. Yeah, like you send it to my phone and it wouldn't open, so I have to type it into my laptop.
Oh, I can send it to you through. But anyways, one of the ladies, lost her job through the what, and she started cleaning people's houses, right, for like $20. She's been cleaning people's whole houses for $20. Right. Okay, to support her kids, right? So she was out on the streets begging too, which she said she was crying in the video. Like she's never begged in her life. She's always worked. She has 3 children. And a man actually came to her, gave her his number. And well, she had been getting solicited for prostitution, which she hasn't done. And a man literally came up to her, and didn't I say this was going to happen if welfare and government, safety nets failed women with children? This man solicited her 6-year-old daughter.
Damn.
Didn't I say that was going to happen? If there was a breakdown in welfare and all sorts of things, did I not say there were going to be men coming out of the woodwork trying to rape women's boys and girls, their children?
Yeah. Like you told me this. You told me this about 4 years ago. You told me about this.
Did I not say that? And in that video, she started crying. She's like, "This man solicited my 6-year-old daughter." And I'm like, okay, so this is my thing I wanted to say. If you're a woman or a man and you have children and you're out on the street and somebody comes up to you to solicit your children and give you a number to call them, you need to take that shit straight to the police and file a report.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
That's
I need to look. When you told me about it, I was, I didn't have time to type it in and look at it myself. But yeah, but I believe it. I believe it because it's like how some of these guys on YouTube be saying. They be, oh, I'm waiting for these hoes are winning argument. I mean, that fits into hoes are winning talking point you hearing today on YouTube. And
why do these men have such a problem with women minding their own business and living their lives? Like, why are these so hateful and spiteful and demonic that they have a problem with these women just living their lives and minding their own motherfucking business?
because they can't. I'm gonna say it like this: they cannot. They, they never. Let me put it like this: they never experience either a good relationship nor they experience love. I guess that's or proper upbringing.
But a lot of
Um,
these women's don't have any kind of connection to these dudes.
right.
Like Jessica X has no connection to Reg the bad guy. Okay. There's a lot of these women who have no connection to any of these dudes on here, aside from talking on platforms. There's no personal connection. Why are these men so hateful?
Now, again, they're losers in life, and they don't want to admit it that they're losers in life. They don't want to admit that.
Why do they want to gloat over women having tragic things happen to them? Like, I don't understand that kind of thought process.
Because like they still have a psychological problem with their past, and they don't want to let go of it.
Hmm.
I'm being honest. They don't want to let go of their past pain.
I mean, it seems like a lot of them don't even have past pain. Reg the bad guy lives with his mother. Okay, if she was a horrible person, why would he be living there? He's in his 60s, isn't he?
Close to it.
So if she was a horrible person, would you want to live with the people that are horrible to you?
No, but I ain't gonna. I don't want. See, I don't want this be about Reg because I ain't get his
No,
ass
it's
none
not
of that
even
shit.
about him. I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving one example. Like, if like some of these men have no horrible things that have happened to them, why are they so hateful?
Because they can't get their way. That's the point. The point I'm trying to tell you. They don't. They want a Stepford wife. They can't get their way. They see, and it's like what I told I am verbal the other night. No,
Hmm.
no, no, it was I am verbal. I told Mother Earth. I told her this last night on Bomb's channel. I
Uh-huh.
said, I said these guys look at women as appendages. They don't look at women as human beings. They don't look at women as have their own agency. They look at them as appendages,
Hmm.
something accessories. Like, I'll put it like this, like how though you put a hood ornament on a car.
Hmm.
That's what they see women as, a hood ornament, some rims, not the you know
Okay, so when women aren't going for that, and women like Verbal Assassin and Mother Earth and all these other women who are just minding their business and they're just having conversations amongst each other women, and they're just doing what they do as just wanting to carry on little conversations with each other on, like, on Bomb Cherry's channel. Why are these men so upset? Like, I don't get them. These aren't women that want them. These aren't women that are trying to get with them. So why are they so upset? I mean, we talk about stuff, but at some point, you know, You gotta let stuff go. So that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna put it like this because they're scared that the woman's voice is adding to the narrative, and a lot of these guys have a scarce mentality. A lot of them
I
have
mean,
scarce mentality.
these women didn't make live stream after live stream when these men were talking about we're going to Cuba, we're going to South America, we're going this and that, and we're going to go, or going to Europe, we're going to wherever to find us a woman, dot 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 dot, da 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 da. Da. You didn't hear these women say a peep. They mind their own business. They didn't say
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make
Mm-hmm.
live stream after live stream about these dudes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
As a matter of fact, they said goodbye. Don't let the
Right.
door hit you.
Right. And that's what Ty City called it. And I'm glad to steal this from Ty City. This is what I
Mm-hmm.
call explain, blame, and shame. They're out there explaining their problems. Then they
Mm-hmm.
search for somebody to blame, and then after they search for somebody to blame, then they start the shame process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like okay. Since I'm on attack mode, let's just I'll say BGS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, the man upset about his baby mama and him. The baby mama situation he had in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's talking about his problems that he was dealing with in the 1980s. Now, though, he saw a black woman, quote unquote, put him in child support system. Now, though, what he's going to do is start shaming black women for the past 50 years of 50 years of things that he himself personally put himself into.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mr. Fantastic. Prime example about Mr. Fantastic. Why have to pay child support? Dude, you had sex with a woman without wearing a condom. You blaming her now right there is a setup for the explanation. Then
Mm-hmm.
then here comes the blame. No, here comes the blame part. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I blame all black women because I have unprotected sex with my first baby mama, while at the same time, she didn't take, you blaming her for not taking the childbirth pill, but yet you have again unprotected sex, and then when she put you on child support, you want to blame the child support system rather than yourself because
Okay, and
you
then
took part in the
there's a catch
process.
22. I've heard these men literally go after women who won't have sex with them. Okay. I've heard them go after women that will have sex with them and have children. I've heard them go after women who abort their children. Uh these dudes, there is no rhyme or reason for these dudes. Like, it doesn't matter what a woman does. If she abstains from even having sex with them, they talk about her. If she has sex with them and have children, they talk about her. If she gets an abortion, they talk about her. Like, there's nothing women can do for these dudes. Like, these dudes are never happy about any choices women make.
They want a Stepford wife. I almost call you curious. They want a Stepford wife peer. That's what they want.
Yeah, but to be a Stepford, to get a Stepford wife, they have to actually make the money and support women, and they don't do that either.
But y'all know have you watched that movie Stepford wife? They want women to act a certain way, to be a
Yeah, I know, but
certain way, and
those are
it's
men
not.
that actually provide for their families. Are they doing that? No.
And
You
no and
can't you
those
can't get that kind of thing if you don't do. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. You know that saying?
yeah, 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 yeah. But it's kind of like the whole, the same. I be laughing my head off when, like this whole Cynthia G thing, and I'm not going to talk about the
Mhm.
Cynthia G abortion issue, but let's put this in perspective here. These guys, these same individuals,
Mhm.
are upset that Cynthia G says,
Sorry, hold on, Big J. I'm sorry. My thing. Go ahead.
They upset that Cynthia G says we need to abort black male babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the same individuals that would cheer on Ramil when Ramil said we need Sharia law in the black community. now we doesn't he realize with Sharia law that curtails honor killing of women? How can you be mad at Cynthia when y'all the same people to go to Ramil's channel, donate money to Ramil,
Mm-hmm.
when Ramil talking about he want a system in the black community that would kill black women if they fornicate.
Oh, but they can fornicate?
And I'm gonna say right now, and this is the same guy that make porno videos. So
But and this is the thing, who's he gonna have sex with if women don't fornicate? Because
right,
ain't none of these dudes marrying any women.
right. So I'm just sitting there like I'm sitting there just listening to this foolishness. I'm looking at these same guys in the same chat room that go watch the chat room. All these guys be protesting about Cynthia and watch these same people in the chat room when Ramil makes a video talking about he wants Sharia law in the black community. It doesn't make any sense. And he's the same guy talking about we need to pump and dump. Wait a minute. You say you want to pump and dump, but then though you talk about you want Sharia law.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. These are the kind of guys that if shit really did hit the fan and there was no law and order, there weren't any police or anybody, women would really be screwed because these are the type of men to rape a woman and then murder her afterwards. That's the kind of guys that would do that if there was chaos in the system structure.
I actually believe because you can't sit there and say one thing and then turn around and say the opposite right at the same time. You can't be against something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be quote unquote clutching your pearls and say, "Oh my God, Cynthia G said that," and then turn around and say, "Yeah, man, we need Sharia law to keep these black women in check." Well,
I remember 6 years ago or 7 years ago when these men were literally talking about murdering black women.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, what was that guy name? What was that guy name about 7 years
There
ago?
wasn't just one guy. There was a lot of them.
No. I'm talking about this one particular one that was talking about he wants to end education and make sure the black community returns to the Taliban. Remember him?
I remember one saying that he wanted the system to go down so he could marry him a 12-year-old or 13-year-old girl.
Right.
I remember one of those.
That one. That's the one who I'm referring to. That's the one I'm referring to. I forgot his name. He used had Igmore behind his name. And no. I'm not talking about BGS. He's another guy that has Igmore in the title of his videos. And I remember that video. I'm like, this dude. I'm like, really? You want to end the education system so that black women can be used as sex objects. So women can be used as
I'm
sex.
going to tell you what it really is about. I'm going to tell you what it really is about.
Yeah,
black women outsmart are so well educated and outsmart a lot of these dudes on here by 1,000%. Okay. So these men feel intimidated. They feel intimidated by women like that. So of course they want a woman who can't read, who can't write, who can't supposedly quote unquote come up against his intelligence. Of course they want that because for one, they don't want to do what black women have done by education and stuff like that. A lot of these dudes, and they don't want a woman being smarter than them. And that's thus the reason why they want a 12-year-old girl and not a grown-ass woman.
That's why I said. That's why I put this video. This is the reason why I put the video. Black men get politically involved. active. I made this video about 4 or 5 years ago. These guys, and you know, these, and I'm glad though. What we finally see is people actually going after the manosphere on this level, because they don't want to get polygamy involved. They want you know, it's hard work. It's too hard for them. It's too hard for them to do the hard work.
Right.
You know, and they want to blame the women. You know, at first though, he was the white man. Then it was white supremacy. Now it's black women. But they don't want to talk about the real issues of why they are in that predicament. You know, and I kept on saying, listen, and like this, and I'm saying right now, everybody want to talk about hoes are winning, quote unquote. The talking point now is hoes are winning, and what Cynthia G says, but nobody ain't talking about this court case about this black man being falsely accused of rape. They're not talking about there's Alice Seabolt woman who says though the man who went to jail over her sexual assault is an innocent man. They won't touch stories like that. You know why?
I mean, Taz does.
Huh?
Taz does.
Yeah, Taz would. I'm gonna say right now, I don't care what anybody says about Taz. I got respect for Taz. I got respect for Taz and Nyla. I got respect for them, because at least they would talk about stuff like this, instead of doing this. We're going to ignore the Alice C code, but let that be a black woman saying it. Oh, Nita Hill was make videos about Nita Hill. They make videos about any if Alice Seaholt was a, give me the link and I will what JD Miles.
Let him up. I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. Let me let him up.
Okay. I mean, just the fact that they're using the title "Hoes Are Winning," that's disrespectful in itself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and shout out. I gotta say, shout out to Ty City for calling them out. Why you worrying about hoes winning when you should be the one? No, the quote unquote hoe, she's winning because she's politically active. I'm using the word hoe in quotations.
Yeah, because they use
it. JD Miles want the link to the case, not the live. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, let me see something. Hold on. Let me put the case. Let me put the JD Miles. Do you want the court case, or do you want the story about the case? Because I hadn't found the court records on it yet. And hold on, let me find the docket number. Let me find the docket number to this too. If that's what he's talking. Oh, he wants to store it. Like, hold on. Where have I did it at? Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit. Where I? Oh, hold on. I put, okay, here it is, and let me find the let me go on my history and put it up. Okay. Okay. Hey, JD. Hold on. You want the story? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Jersey. Thank you, Jersey. Yeah, here is the court case is in the okay, you posted on the chat? Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going off of that. So yeah, but anyway, Yeah, but I'm gonna look for the docket case
Yeah,
and
because some things are not adding up. Like, come on.
right, because I need to read, man, the whole entire transcript, see what emotions was in it. You know what? I wonder if there is videotape of this of the trial, because you know how some of court trials they actually videotape the proceedings.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, you know, I just want to see, you know. So anyway,
Yeah, definitely. That would be a good live stream is to read the transcripts.
right. So not into the 1980s. Okay, it would be rare. It would be rare if you found videotape proceedings in court in a court case like that. I mean, in the 1980s, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but anyway, anything else you want to say, Pierre? Before we, you know,
No, Big J. Yeah. No, not about this. I can talk to you later though.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Everybody have a good night. Thank you for having me on, Big J.
yeah. I'm gonna give me a bite to eat, and I don't know. I might be on later. I'm not sure yet. So
Okay. We'll
all
talk
right,
to you guys later. Okay,
all
bye-bye.
right then. All right then. I'll see you next time. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I'm out of here. And peace.